Yeah, we won't bash it. We'll
All right,
just say
all right.
how stupid it is.
Okay, okay. What's going on,
I
ladies and
shouldn't have said
gentlemen?
it that way. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to say it that way.
It's all right. It's all right. We were just having a pre-conversation. I know if you're just joining us, we just want to say thank you and wow, it's a wonderful time of year right now. It's summertime coming up, spring here, and we're just so excited to just be grateful for the opportunity that we have that has literally been bestowed upon us in this time of year, which is working from home, being able to hang out with our kids, hang out with our family. I know down here, Kenny Martinez, guy, bald head, he's hanging out with his wife right now. Is that your wife in the background? I kind of
No,
see that your
no,
sister,
no.
your
That's just a
girlfriend.
friend of mine.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, cool, man. I know Christian. I know you. I know I want to hear you, but you were hanging out
Sometimes
with
I
your
have like
kids today.
20 friends behind me.
Okay, cool.
Different computers and everything. But hey, that's the beauty of what we do. We could do it anywhere. You know.
That's right. That's right. So this is the first time I've ever had Kenny on one of our hangouts, so it's going to be a pleasure to get to know him and get to know his story. I'm out of California. Kenny is out of Denver, Colorado, and he's having a blast up there. I just know it. It's a beautiful time of year,
Oh yeah.
um, March time. And then we got Christian Supreme, you know, one of the best guys when it comes to video marketing. I mean, this guy is a genius.
Awesome.
Come on, Christian, let's hear it. You got to believe
Yeah.
in everything that you do.
What's that?
Believe.
Yep, that's true, man. You do. You got to believe in everything that you do, and that's just what. I mean, I truly believe that, and if you believe in what you do, then you're gonna go full force after it, and that's the whole key to everything is to go full force after everything. But I just wanted to share what I got to do today with my family. My kids were out of school today, and being blessed as working from home, I was able to hang out with my kids all day long. We had balloon fights, water balloon fights, all kinds of different things we did. We went to the park. We did some different things. And I still made money on autopilot, still got leads on autopilot, and now I'm doing this, hanging out tonight with my friends, making more money. I mean, it's just a blessing, you know. It's a blessing what we do. And if you're out there and you got a job, you know, why not start building something that maybe in a year from now when your kids are out of school, you can do the same thing I got to do today. You know, and that's just, I mean, it's a blessing. So that's where I'm at right now. I had a great day hanging out with my boys, Kenny and Scott, and it's going to
Awesome.
bring y'all some value.
Yes.
Right, right. So very cool. Man, I wish I had kids of my own. It sounds like you had a great time, man. You know, and there's some things that you've told me over the last couple months about, you know, kissing your kids goodbye in the morning as they get on the school bus that I'll never forget. Those memories right there, I'll never forget because those are things I look forward to as I position myself to have that time freedom. And you know, that's not a word, guys, to take lightly. That's something that's very serious. Right now, the world is really tied down. A lot of people are really strapped for cash. You know, they're working their tail off, and they don't have that freedom, that time freedom that a lot of people take for granted. And just to be able to kiss your kids in the morning goodbye as they go get on the school bus or when they come home from school and they're running around and they're all hyper and they're all jacked up and, you know, the weekend's getting ready to fire off and you're home and they're like, Dad, let's have a water balloon fight. And you're like, kids, let's do it. Let me knock you out. Let's knock it out of the park. You know, let's have some fun. And those are things you get to enjoy. And those memories are priceless. You know, money can't buy that stuff. And I remember when I was growing up and I was like, you know, in elementary school and I had an older brother that was in high school or middle school, whatever. He was always, you know, getting into trouble. I was always, you know, the young kid that didn't really know what was going on because my mom was raising us and she was a single parent at the time. And one of the things that really, you know, kind of bothered me was the fact that my mom would actually take business trips to get ahead, thinking that that business trip was going to make our family better, okay, because it was going to make her more money, which is going to provide more for our family. But at the end of the day or at the end of the year or however you want to say it, just at the end of life, that is one thing that my mom will always regret which is taking those business trips, because she got to miss out on just being a mother and not, you know, being there for us when we're going in school, or helping my brother not get into trouble, because the people that were supervising us were not our mom or our dad. So it's like having a substitute teacher at school. You know, you take advantage of that, you know, and my brother did. And I remember my mom, she would come home from these business trips, and it didn't help her, even though that's what she thought the money was going to help, and it didn't. So I'm here to tell you guys, that extra money doesn't equivalent to the time freedom that you get to spend with your kids. And I've heard that before when I got into this industry a little over 2 years ago, when I got in marketing online and started my own business, and I was like, wait a minute, this industry is like legitimate. You know what I mean? Like, you can actually make money from home. Like, this is cool. Why wasn't I shown this in high school? Why didn't I learn this in college? Like, this is amazing. So the one thing that I learned is you can be a lawyer. Yeah, you can be a doctor. You can make $1 million a year. But get this, guys, what are they doing? They're working 7 days a week. They're working 6 days a week. They're away all the time. Their marriages are messed up. You know, their kids are messed up because they don't spend time with them. And I don't want that to be me. I don't want that to be my wife or my kids. I want to teach them that the money, guys, is important. It's important to be able to provide. But what's really important is that extra time, that time freedom. And that word has been thrown around a lot in this industry. And a lot of people have fallen for it and have been lied to. And I'm here to tell you guys, when you finally reach that moment, it's like complete bliss. You can't explain it. It's like a loss for words. Like, when you're experiencing it, like my boy Christian down here, he can't. You got to live it yourself to know it. You can't just tell someone time freedom unless you're going through it. And that's something that I've been chasing for a long time, and I finally got to that moment where I do have a lot of money in my bank account. I never used to have, you know, cushion in there, you know, for a rainy day, as my dad would call it. Scott, keep some money in there for that rainy day. You never know if your car is going to break down. You never know if something's going to happen. And now, you know what? I have so much money in there. I'm spending about $1,000 a month just in advertising my business. Something that when I got into this industry 2 years ago, I thought that you don't spend money in advertising. That's what money in advertising. What's that for? I thought that's only for companies like Coca-Cola, or, you know, like the big companies. Like, so you learn things that make you become very successful, where you're working, you know, 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day, and then you're spending the rest of the day with your family. And if it wasn't for paid advertising or paid marketing, then you wouldn't have that opportunity, because you would constantly be trying to do everything yourself. And I heard that word called outsourcing, you know, paid advertising. Whoa, what's that? Outsourcing, what's that? So you learn these things, guys, and really what I did is I just stayed in the game long enough to finally have that breakthrough. You know what I mean? I didn't quit on myself. I didn't say, oh, well, this guy knows more than me, and, you know, I'm just not good enough. You know, it's just like we're right around the corner from that breakthrough. We're right around the corner from that $1,000 day, you know, from that $500 sale. You know what I mean? And so that's what's important. You get to learn these amazing things, create relationships that are going to be here for a lifetime. Like me and my boy Christian down here, we're going to be friends for the rest of our lives. You know, he might ask me to take care of his family one day. You know what I mean? He might ask me to help him out if he gets in trouble. You know what I mean? I'm always going to be there. We're always going to be growing together. We're always going to be shooting videos, helping other people have breakthroughs, and keeping people around long enough to do it. And that's the most exciting part, guys. So if there's anything that I said, Christian, just now, or Kenny, chime in, because I know that we've all been on this journey, you know, and it's so cool to finally get to hang out and kind of celebrate. But then again, share exactly what we did to get here. You know, we're not going to be able to share everything tonight, but what you are going to be able to do is plug in next Friday, and the Friday after that, and the Friday after that. We're going to keep doing these hangouts, and sooner or later, you're going to say, you guys, you know what? You did change my life. You did unlock my mind. You did say something that really gave me that epiphany that I was looking for, or you did build up my belief. You did help me want to take action in life instead of sit on the sidelines. So guys, we want to help. Okay, so if you allow us into your homes tonight, you allow us to talk to you from our hearts, then we're going to do that. That's if you allow us. So you can, so anybody want to say anything before we go ahead?
Yeah, I want to hear Kenny's story. I've never really heard Kenny's whole story, so let's hear your story, Kenny.
Okay,
All
well,
right.
I'm just a normal, average, everyday guy, okay? I work just like everyone else works. I don't know if you guys work, but I still work. And I do internet marketing part-time right now, but I'm able to make a substantial amount of income just for doing it part-time. But I want to get into it full-time and everything like that. But I want to talk more about my story, what it took to get here, and why I did what I do, and why I'm doing what I do today. So, you know, it was like in 2008, I got bit by the direct sales bug, okay, in Houston, Texas. Got involved with the network marketing company. Is one of the best companies to get involved with right now, bar none. It's some of the top earners in the whole profession of direct sales are in this company. And I got mentored and trained by them and everything. But, I mean, for different strokes for different folks, okay, I just didn't like to do that type of marketing. So I started researching on internet marketing and affiliate marketing and making sales that way, like CPA marketing, even making my own products, websites, selling other people's products, basically, stuff like that. And I started learning, and I actually invested in some money in that, and even in coaching. And I started learning the secrets on how to make money online, make it faster, and how to build relationships on the internet, and to not have to just sit there and try and build relationships with people you don't even know, like approaching them in a supermarket or a mall or at your family gathering or something, I don't know, or it just wasn't for me, like just the whole meeting scene and going to hotels or having meetings at your home, and that whole type of style of marketing, which was I don't know if you call it MLM or network marketing, whatever, it's kind of like that. But I didn't really like that because it wasn't just for me. I'm not saying I'm not against it or anything. It works for some people, actually a lot of people, but I wanted traffic to come to me. I wanted the people to attract to me. I wanted to pretty much do a marketing style where it was attraction marketing. Where people would come to me, you know, where I wouldn't have to sit there and try and cold call everybody, and try and find everybody, fish for everybody. And, you know, if I did do that, it would be easier because I would just sit there and pretty much talk to them about what they like most about what I gave to them, because what I gave to them is pretty much outstanding. But then I just love that style of marketing, so I started doing that. I've had my pitfalls. I'll be honest with you. I've had struggles and stuff just like everyone else does when they first start. But I was blessed and fortunate enough to run into a guy by the name of Desmond Akil Smith. Ran into him, Jermaine Lee Monster Steel. These guys grabbed me by the hand, showed me what to do, and then I pretty much followed their footsteps and adapted to their style of marketing. And then I just became a part of their systems too, along with Empower Network and other different affiliate marketing companies that they do and what I do. And then I just started getting breakthroughs from here and there. I've had breakthroughs. I've had times where I didn't really make that much, and then I've had even better breakthroughs. But lately, I've been having a pretty good breakthrough, and it's like it's just uphill from now. And, you know, I owe it to Christian, too, because Christian, he recommended a course called Facebook Cash Method, which has actually helped me big time. And then just by him being inspirational and what he does in his videos, and you know, just his style of marketing. You know, I met him back in the day from a different affiliate company that we were with together, and I mean, thank God I did. You know, because you know it helped me and it helped him. It's helping everybody around us. I mean, you know, if you're around us, you're gonna catch this bug. I mean, we all believe in you, believe in yourself, just believe, period, and you're gonna make it in network marketing, internet marketing, whatever you do. But I choose internet marketing, affiliate marketing. That's the way to go. Join today.
I
I
hear
love
that.
you guys. Scott and Christian, you guys are awesome, man.
Dude, that's great, Kenny. You know, and I like how you were telling us that you actually have a part-time job right now, and something that maybe, you know, maybe you're passionate about, because you know what, you get to go home and build your business when you're at home. You know what I mean? It's something to look forward to, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, this is so cool, but you could have a job right now, right? But what do you do when you get off? Do you go hang out with your broke friends? Do you go sorrow and watch the TV and talk and just focus on all the negative stuff? Or are you like me? When I first got online and I started to learn internet marketing, I realized that, look, even though I had a job at that certain point in time before I retired myself and actually started working full-time from home, but I realized that, guys, when you have something to look forward to, when you have something to believe in, okay, because that belief is going to be said quite a bit on this hangout. It's monumental. It's how you live in an abundant life, is by having that belief, because it gets you to take action. It gets you to want to do something in your life. And when you get off of work, okay, and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, let's go build the business. Let's go make some money from home. Yeah, right? It's something to look forward to. And the next thing you know, you're staying up all night. You're pumped up. You're like, why do I need sleep? You know what? I can sleep tomorrow. You know, and that's what's exciting. So Kenny, he might be making $50,000 or $30,000 a month before he decides to quit his job. You know what I mean? He right now, you know, and that's what happened with one of my mentors, Lawrence Tam. You know, he was a full-time engineer, went to Texas Longhorns in Texas. He lives in Texas. And what he ended up doing is he was making $50,000, $60,000, even $100,000 a month part-time in his business. And he was making what he did in his business in a month than he would make all year in his full-time job. And he didn't retire himself at his job. He didn't want to. He felt like he had to stay there for some reason, until one day they actually let him go because they didn't need him anymore. So everything just kind of happened, and it worked out for the better for Lawrence Tam. But you guys, I can't tell you what belief does in your life. And Christian, he's really good at talking about this stuff. Like, I appreciate all of his videos because he really builds the belief in me. He builds the belief in Kenny. Every day we need someone to talk about how we can, believe more. And that's why we get to special events, and that's why we really take this business online and we bring it offline in an event matter. Because we really got to cultivate these relationships and partner up. Just like we're partnering up on this hangout today. We want to hang out with you guys, but we also want to hang out offline. We want to shake your hand. We want to shoot a video together, right? We want to talk about our story on video together and blast that out to the world and have people go, I've seen one of your videos, Kenny. I've seen your video, Christian. You were at that last event in Chicago. Hey, man, how'd you like that event? That's cool, man. I want to go to the next event. When's the next one? And you're like, you got to get there, man. You're going to have a time of your life. So look, when people see you offline at these events, they know that you're taking action in life. They know that you believe. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be at an event if you didn't believe. And that's why we go to these events. We go because we want clarity. We go because we want to find that purpose that we're looking for. You know what I mean? Maybe there's something that we're a little confused about, and next thing we get to the event, we get that clarity, we get that definition, and then we go out of there and we go build. We go work. And we're not talking about working 18-hour days. We're talking about following a couple simple strategies, like a couple steps, market daily, blog daily, tell others, connect with people on Facebook. We got some strategies that we're gonna give you tonight called the Facebook Cash Method. And it's free marketing. You don't have to have a list. You don't have to have websites. You just basically use our Facebook Cash Method, and you make sales. Okay, you don't need leads, you just make sales. Like,
Yeah.
leads are great, but you can make sales, which is even better. And what's cool, guys, is just I'll keep this real short, but I've been connecting with quite a few people this week on Facebook, okay? And what I've been telling them, okay, a lot of the people, because I'm reaching out to some of the folks that are posting a lot. Like every day they're posting something like, go here, click here, check out my business, go here. And I'll say, hey, I've seen a lot of your activity, great post. A lot of people are watching what you're doing. You know, I don't know if anyone's watching. I'm just telling them. I'm building them up, you know. And they're like, yeah, okay, cool. They're really watching me? And I said, yeah, of course. The people are watching you. I said, well, real quick, how many daily sales are you getting? And they're like, I haven't gotten any daily sales. I'm like, okay, well, you're doing a lot of posting. And they're like, yeah, well, after I ask a question like that, they break down. Because, you guys, a lot of people, they're doing a lot of busy work. You know, they're trying to build their business online, but they're not doing it in a profitable manner. There's some simple things that I used to miss out on when I got online that I wasn't doing correctly. I thought when you get online, guys, you go spam people. You go collect as many email addresses as you can, not the proper way, the wrong way, okay? And you go spam them. You don't cultivate relationships. No, 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 no. If anybody asks you a question, you just say, you know, here's a link. Go check it out for yourself. You don't say, hey, how was your day? You know, how's it going, friend? You know, hey, I see you live in Colorado. What's the weather like out there? You know, hey, you have a family. You seem like an amazing father. You know what I mean? You got to cultivate these relationships so people can trust you. And that's really what this is a relationship marketing, you know, internet marketing business, you know? And that's what's so cool. I mean, who wants to just, you know, spam people or, you know, pretend like they have a bunch of followers but nobody's actually following them because they're not developing people. They're not developing leaders. And that's the sweetest piece of the pie. You know, Christian, I know that you've changed a lot of lives in the last couple months for a lot of people. And we just got started. You know, we just getting started, baby. Totally looking forward to this.
I mean, the bottom line is right now is that this is 3 normal guys sitting up here that are now making money from home. And they're making money from home because they believe in what they're doing. And they love what they're doing. You know, I was in the business, actually one of the same businesses as Kenny was in, and I didn't focus on what I'm doing now for a while, and I just lost belief. And that was what the problem was in that. If I could have had the belief that I have now in this, in Empower Network, as I did in that business, I would have been successful. But I didn't want to do all the crazy nonsense of running around like Kenny was saying and sampling people and, you know, doing home meetings and, you know, handing out CDs and whatever else, telling people. I mean, it just was silly. But now I do that. I actually do it it's automated for me on the internet. Instead of me going and handing somebody a CD, I have people going and clicking on a link and watching the presentation. It's so much better than in the Walmart. I mean, do you go to Walmart hoping somebody's going to hand you a CD? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Or a DVD or whatnot? Yeah. And that's just the thing, you know? And yeah, you could. There's 3 people on this panel right now that worked regular jobs. I was a construction worker. Scott was a fireman. Kenny was in construction and a couple other things. You know, I still work part-time every now and again too. If somebody calls me up and they need help finishing up a job, a person I used to work for in the past, I'll go help them for a couple of days. I did that this week for 2 days. I like construction. I like to do it. It's fun to me, especially now that I don't have to do it. I do it when I want to do it. And that's, you know, that's just what we get to do now. Today, I just decided that I was going to stay at home and hang out with the kids all day. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything on the internet other than, like, right before they woke up this morning, I posted on Facebook or something. And then after that, I didn't get on the internet till like 4 or 5 o'clock. I think it was like 5 o'clock. I mean, just hung out with them. And when I got on the internet, I seen I made money because I had stuff automated out there, handing out samples or whatever you can say, but just making people click on the link. And that's what we do. And that's what we can teach you how to do, no matter if you got skills in anything. We got the tools to teach you how to do it. It's simple. It's very simple. Through the Facebook Cash method, through some other systems that we're in and through Empower Network. I mean, Empower Network tells you everything to do, really. Anyway. So if you're out there and you're like, can I do this? I believe you can do it. I believe in everybody. Because I believe if somebody like me, who's came down from like, I mean, I was in really bad spots like 8 years ago, and they can come up and do what I do now, I mean, it's just something, I mean, I believe anybody can do it.
Yes.
And, I mean, that's what you got to believe. That's the only thing. You got to, for right now, if you don't believe in it, click the link anyway. Get in now. Stop what you're doing. Stop watching this hangout for a minute. Click the link. Join. And keep listening to us in the background. And then come back and start believing. And feed off of our belief right now. So that's what I want y'all to do right now, is just click the link, get in. Whoever sent you here, me, Scott, or Kenny, click the link. I don't know if Kenny's got links underneath here, so go back to his email or his Facebook wall, whatever. But do it now, and then we're going to show you how to do it. So, Scott, take it over. Kenny, whatever.
No, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I love your illustration just now. You had a breakthrough, and you didn't even notice it, bro. It was like something that just pulled from your unconscious mind, your little memory bank there. But I won't just say it just yet, but you remember that one day when you said, Scott, the Facebook cash method is like the iPhone 8 coming out, and people are lining out the door. You know, it's just that powerful. You remember that? Remember that day?
Yeah.
It just came to you. And it just came to me, that illustration, which is when you were going into Walmart, okay, something that Kenny, not a lot of people can do. Like it's like that. I was told only 2% of the population know how to sell, right? And I was like, what? Where have I been? Are you kidding me? I'm trying to teach a whole team how to sell and tell. Man, I'm going to fail if I don't have systems to do it for me. Like, this is going to be too hard. And that's why that illustration was so perfect. You said when you were giving samples in places like Walmart, when you were going out and hitting up people and saying, hey, do you drink coffee? Or, hey, what kind of cell phone service do you have? Can I sell it to you? You know, check this out. Here's a pamphlet. Here's a DVD. Here's a sample. And it'll have your number at the back. And, you know, maybe 1 out of 20 people actually called you and wanted to build a relationship together. But it's not anything that was done. You know, it's like a one-time thing, and then maybe you'll never see them again. And that's what's so cool about Facebook. You know, you add a friend on Facebook. Well, guess what, guys? That's like a lead. That is a lead, because you're
lead.
It's a hot lead, yeah. Because you're building up trust that you can't do in person, because it's just like a 5-minute greet, meet, and see you later. Bye. Take my coffee and call me later if you like it. When, you know, just like me and you guys, we live a busy life. You know, we tell people we'll call them back every day, but do we ever call them back sometimes because we forget? It's just like that. You know, we're so dang busy, sometimes we forget to call the guy that gave us coffee, even though it was good, and even though, you know, you might want to order some. And so that's why it's important to use online strategies like Facebook, because we already know half the world logs on to Facebook every single day. You know, and if you're there on the front page, you know, having fun, pumping belief into people, telling people they can do it, sharing with people value rather than trying to spam your business on them, then guys, you're gonna make lots of money easily. You know, when you lead with value instead of trying to lead with my business, it changes the whole world, guys. Money just flows to you. But that's not even the illustration I want to hit on, Christian. I just love talking about this stuff because it's so real. It's the truth, you know. It's sacred secrets that we're sharing.
Hey, you're speaking of Scott. You're speaking of all the users of Facebook, man. This is the 3rd visited website in the world, and we're on all 3. We're on Google+, YouTube, and Facebook.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
We're on YouTube right now on a live hangout. And there's going to be, you know, probably a couple hundred people watching this in the next week or so. You know, I'm not trying to blow things out of proportion, but, you know, maybe let's just say you met 100 people, okay, in Walmart, and you got to really know them. They got to really know you, and, you know at least a couple people are going to buy. Well, it's just like tonight. We already know after this hangout, we're going to have some sales. People are going to join us. People are going to buy. People are going to say, Scott, man, you said something that changed the way I thought about my business or the way I thought about life. I can do this. I can take action. I can make money from home. And so, Christian, what I liked about what you said is when you were giving out pamphlets or you're giving out coffee, it's like that, but you're doing it online, okay? And instead of giving them something, you're telling them to click on the link. That's what I really liked about what you said. And that it's an easier way. Like, who doesn't want to make money easier, than make it harder on themselves,
Right. See, I mean, we're live right now, so we're working right now. But for the rest of our lives, this recording is going to work for us. So for 2 hours right now, or an hour and a half, or an hour, however long we stay on this thing, because we're having fun, so I don't care how long we stay on it. I'll stay on to 12 o'clock tonight. I can give a damn, But this is the thing, whatever. However long we stay on it, we could stop it right now, and it's only been 31 minutes, and we could have this, send this to people in 2 years from now. People can be finding this, and they're going to join us. That's the magic. You can't, that doesn't happen anywhere else. You can't make that happen offline unless you got stuff going on the TV, commercials and stuff. This is it. This is where it's at. This is where it's at. And I don't know why it took me so long. I think I always knew it. I just wanted to prove to myself I could do the other thing, I believe.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to prove to everybody else that, because that's what I threw at everybody. I wanted to prove to everybody that I could do that. But
dude,
whatever.
I
swallowed my pride and came this way.
It's nice to prove things to yourself. It's a good feeling. We're confident. But just like you said, you would get to Walmart, okay? We were talking earlier before we went live, guys, so I'm not trying to say stuff that didn't go on, but we were talking earlier, and he said as soon as he would get to Walmart, okay? I'm not kidding. Christian did this. This is crazy. I couldn't do this.
Every day. Every day.
And he would feel this like pressure come over him, like I need to talk to 4 people here, and if I don't talk to them, I don't love my family. I don't love my business. He would say things like that. Like if I don't talk to 4 people today, then I don't love myself because I need to make things happen. So, and something just came to me just now. Okay, so listen to this. When you are doing this, okay, in Walmart, okay, let me ask you, and someone comes up to you and you like the coffee, you like the guy, or, you know what I mean? It's just people coming up to you randomly talking about how they want you to join their business. Now, does that tell you that that's attractful, or does that tell you that what they're doing means that you're going to have to go do that? Does that make sense? Like, basically what they're doing is telling you, if you want to do what I do, this is what you got to do. And it's not very attractful at all. So all we've done is we said, look, let's make a video like we're doing right now. Let's have some fun. We forgot to play some music earlier. We should have started with music or something. But basically what we're doing is we're getting people to come to us. We're getting people to say, you know what, I already want to change my life. So Christian, talk about that for a minute. Because you're really good at talking about this, how people want to come to you because they're already looking to make a change. They've already made that decision.
Well, see, yeah, that's the thing, with out in Walmart, people are looking to shop, and they're looking to buy their groceries and get the hell out. They're not looking to hang out. They're not looking to find a business. I never went to Walmart in my life hoping somebody was going to say, hey, buddy, take this DVD home and watch it, and you'll make some money. I never went to Walmart hoping that would happen. And, I would probably have avoided them and ran off the other way. And then I was the one actually doing it. But I thought it was different because I was doing it in a different way with a different product. But it boiled down to be the same thing. It was easier in the company I was in than handing out a DVD. But it still was, I'd wake up every morning and I know I'd have to go do this, and I hated doing it. And but I did it because I thought if I did it, I would end up finding people, which I did. That was the other thing about it. I found people in that company. They get excited for 5 weeks, and then in the 6th week they'd stop answering my phone call, and then in the 7th week they'd say, that send me a text and say, look, I'm not interested anymore. Don't call me about this. You know, and these are people that might have spent $1,400 that I only made $150 off of. And now if I sell something for $1,400, I make $1,400. That's another big difference because we get paid 100% commissions. But I'm getting off the subject. I think Scott wanted me to talk about how, you know, what did you want me to talk about, Scott? I done forgot, man.
How people attract you.
Oh, okay, yes. So on the internet, now some of these people that I put on my list way back when that wouldn't answer my phone call are actually calling me to wondering what I'm doing. I actually seen somebody at Sam's, a guy that used to coach me, saying that he follows my videos. He's like, dude, you're becoming a star. I'm like, damn, you know, I haven't seen you in 20 years, you know, and it's crazy, but people are attracting to me, not just people that I know. I mean, there's people that, I mean, I signed somebody up in Canada, in Ohio, I mean, just this week in Nebraska, in British Columbia. I mean, it's crazy. You know, I mean, I'm just trying to pick the crazy random places that it was at, but I mean, it's crazy. And they're all coming at me like, look, I believe. And I'm just attracting them to me instead of me out there. I said in a video yesterday, it's like this, you know, when you're doing stuff like that, you're the hunter. Why wouldn't you want to be the hunted? Why wouldn't you want to have people hunting you down, wanting to give you their credit card? Because when people come to you in this way, they want to give you your credit card. You know, they want, here, look, where do I run this thing at? You know, where do I put these numbers in? You know, and that's what they do. So I'm going to give you another call to action right now because I listened to audio today that said I should give call to actions at all times. So listen, go ahead now and click the link. And do it now. While you're on the Hangout, click the link and sign up now. And then come back and comment and say, look, I just joined this team and I'm ready to go and I'm a freaking badass.
Yeah.
All right? That's what I want you to do. Stop what you're doing. Go click the link, join, get in, come back, put in the comments that I just got in and I'm a freaking badass and I'm going to rock this and I believe. All right?
Right.
So do that. So, Scott, hook it up, bro. Kenny, what you got, Kenny? You got something, Kenny?
Yeah, I just want to talk a little bit more about how the attraction thing and everything, and it's a little bit more than just content out there. To me, I think it's just how you actually present yourself, like how you do too, Christian, how you get people to believe, like team believe in what you do. You got to believe in what you do, man, because if you don't, you ain't going to succeed, plain and simple. Because if you ain't going to believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you, pretty much. And the way we market is video marketing is phenomenal because that's pretty much one of the best things to do right now. And there's a lot of people out there that don't even want to do it. I mean, you could even do it through slides. You could do music, you could do slides, you could show text and whatever about it. But video marketing is phenomenal because they want to know. A lot of people actually use video to search engines and stuff like that, and then they actually want to see a real live person and build that trust with someone, build that relationship, see a live person, telling them what to do, and then it's a lot. It increases conversion rates. It's like a 60-something% conversion rate, I believe it is, something like that. But the reason why is because people want to see a real live person and they want to build that relationship. They want to get to know you, and videos is a great way to do that, I believe. And the way we market is we attract people through blogs, through videos, through advertising. But you have to have a personality that attracts people anyway. Because if you're like kind of talking about your business and you're not really excited, then you're not really going to attract very many people, and you're not going to get really that many conversions.
Right.
So that's why I like the way we market, because we get the leads to come to us. Even if we have to spend a little money to advertise sometimes, so be it. But that means we get more traffic and more eyeballs to our offers and our capture pages and our websites. We know what to do, and that's why we want you to do it too, because we just want you to succeed just like us and attract more leads and sales and traffic just like everybody else is doing on the internet. But I mean, the successful people, anyway, the people that actually know what they're doing. But I just want to thank you guys, because the way you guys market is an inspiration to me and how I market. And we're all like a community in this. That's why I love internet marketing, and I love attraction marketing. So thank you guys.
Right, right. And I've come across some of your videos too, Kenny, on YouTube, and you know, I appreciate your marketing. I appreciate your videos.
Thanks.
And you're so true. You know, you get in front of the camera, and you're not feeling too pumped up, or I know the first thing Christian does says, "You gotta believe in everything that you do," and you're just like, you feel this burst of energy coming through your computer screen, and it makes you say, you know what? That type of action is going to get me to take action. That type of belief is going to get me to take action. So I want you guys to just take a quick note. These are 4 things that you could use to really understand how to be successful. Okay, there's some other valuable points that we're going to give tonight, and Christian is really good at giving away really good tips. Especially how to just wake up and put on some really good music, or just be grateful for some of the things that you have right now in your life, because that's how you become successful, is coming from a place of gratitude. You might not have everything that you want, but there's some major blessings that you have right now that are tangible that you can be happy about, that can make you feel like you are right where you need to be right now. You know what I mean? Like we're all on our journey together. And that's what I like about what Kenny said. We're all a family. It's not like, oh, Kenny, I don't get along with him. Even though he's not in my team, we don't get along. No, we embrace each other. We share tips. We share value with each other. We get on a hangout like we are now, and we're all about getting to know each other. You know what I mean? And when I see him in person, we're going to give each other a hug. We're going to shoot a video. We're going to talk about our experiences, and we're going to share value. And there's something that he's going to say to me. There's something I'm going to say to him. And we're just going to be really pumped up about having this long-lasting business friendship, and we might even go on vacation together one day. You know what I mean? We might be on a tropical island one day, getting to swim in the crystal clear ocean and have Christian there with his family, and just really appreciate what this business offers. You know what I mean? And those are some things that we want to give you. So what these 4 things that I want to share with you, which is when you have a belief, guys, okay, that's the first thing that you need. In anything that you do, you need to have a belief. When you're going to go apply for a job, and you're going in with the resume, if you believe that you're the best candidate, well, guess what? You're going to get it. If you believe that, that you're going to get out of a motorcycle cop just pulled you over for going 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, and you believe that you're going to get out of it, you're going to get out of it. You know what I mean? Like, if you believe certain things are going to happen, the universe tends to bend around what you believe in. It's just the truth. I've heard it over and over. I know it's true for myself. I actually experienced this firsthand. I was on a fishing trip with my dad last year, right around this time. I'm going again this year. It's a fisherman's conference retreat where we're there for the whole weekend on a little lake. We stay in log cabins. They feed us breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we just fish all weekend. And they actually put like over 3,000 fish in the lake, so they make sure that someone catches a fish. Like, hey, you can't walk out with no fish. And so that's what's cool, and that you win prizes. Like they got hammocks, they got fishing poles that you could win. They got all kinds of sporting stuff. And there was a grand prize last year. The grand prize was a 55-inch TV with the Wii, and the Wii came with a bow and arrow like set, like a hunting game with the Wii. And what ended up happening is the first morning that we were there, eating some breakfast, and all the prizes are out, and you can look at the prizes, and just something to have fun at. It's a big eating hall, right? And my dad said, Scott, let's put in a raffle there. Let's put in $20 and see what we can do with it. And after I put in that $20, he said, Scott, I have a good feeling you're going to win. Actually, you are going to win. And it was funny. At that same morning table, my dad started telling people I was going to win. And this was 2 days before the raffle even started, before they actually picked somebody. And I was like, you know what, Dad, I am going to win. You instilled belief into me Just like when I watch some of Christian's videos, he instills belief into me. My dad did it by just telling me. And I said, you know, I'm going to believe in this all dang weekend, and I'm going to see what happens, because I have a feeling I'm going to get it. So I won the raffle. I mean, a long story short, I won the raffle. Like, and it was crazy. It wasn't like, okay, pull a name out of the hat. Okay, Scott, you won. It was like they pulled 20 names out of the hat and then put those 20 names back in the hat, and then had each person pull their name out one by one, and I was the last one standing. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. So I came home with the Wii. I came home with a 55-inch TV, spending $20 on a raffle. Okay? Absolutely nuts. So that belief, guys, okay, that's number one. And then what that belief does is it makes you take action. It gets you to take action. Just like if Kenny was working a job, right, just like he is now, and he gets home from work and if he's feeling down on himself and he's just feeling really negative, not inspired, you know, doesn't really want to do anything, just wants to get some sleep and go to work tomorrow and do the same thing over and over again, he doesn't have any belief. He's in a lack of belief, okay? And when he's in that state, he doesn't want to take action. So that's number two. You got to have the belief to take action. And then when you take that action, number three is you start building momentum. And that's like, I think that's one of the best parts besides number four, which I'll share with you here in a second if you hang tight with me, which is when you start building momentum, you start seeing the things that you're doing pay off. You know, maybe you might not make money as of yet, right? Because number four, I'm going to get there. But you're still seeing what you're doing is paying off. You're still seeing that you're cultivating relationships with people. And if I wasn't, you know, connecting with people on a daily basis, and trying to help them and trying to get them to where I am now, okay? Because I can't go out and tell people, guys, to do something if I haven't done it. You know, Christian can't go out and talk about believing in something if he doesn't have belief. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense. It would be impossible. So you never go out there and tell people, yeah, you can do it without you doing it first. So when I'm connecting with people, I'm offering value, I'm showing them how to market themselves online, I'm teaching them how to make money from their business. What's really happening, guys, is I'm building that momentum. I'm building up relationships. I'm building up my leads. I'm building up my customers, right? And it all started with the belief. Get that. It started with the belief. It got me to take action. It got me to be excited. It got me to be enthused. And then it got me to get momentum. And the fourth thing, the sweetest piece of the pie, is getting results. So it takes action. No, it takes belief, action, momentum, results. All right? And that's what I love about this, guys. When you're online, there's billions of people online. There's plenty of abundance for you than going down to your local Walmart. There's plenty of abundance online than there is going to your local shopping town hall and trying to sell them something that they don't need. Because when you have people coming to you, and that's what I love, Christian talks about this all the time, when people have already made that decision that they want to make a change, when people have already made that decision that they're searching online to make money, fire their boss and make some money online, then they're already made that decision in their heart that all they're now looking for is something to believe in. So that's what we want to talk to you guys tonight about, is we're looking for that somebody that can connect with us, somebody that can latch on to my coattails, Kenny's coattails, or Christian coattails. We're not talking to everybody tonight. There's somebody here that's already made up their mind that they're looking for something to believe in. And maybe you've joined a business in the past. Probably happened. It's probably you. And maybe you've been burnt. Maybe you've been lied to. But I'm here to tell you guys, when our company owners, okay, that we're working with now, are lifting us up to where we are today, I can tell you what, they're not going to quit on you if they break a fingernail. They're not going to quit on you if, you know, if they go through something shaky. They're going to be here because they want it more than you want it. And that's why we're here to where we are now, is because we're connected with people that have heart. Okay? They're not just their intentions are in the right place. They're not their heart is in the right place. They're not just thinking with their mind. They're looking out to help people live the most extravagant, most extraordinary lives that they can possibly live, and actually watch them do it. Our company owners want to see Christian and his wife and his family, you know, in Hawaii, you know, traveling for weeks, or you know, just doing Christian. I mean, what are some of the things that you want to do? Because our company owners, they want to see you do it. You know, that's why they built this company. I was listening to an audio today. David Wood was sharing that. Like, that's his only goal. Like, he didn't say, I want to have one of the largest direct sales companies in the industry. He said, I want to help more people live an extraordinary life than they've ever lived, like, and make more money than anybody else. You know, that was his goal. And then all of a sudden, Empower Network happened, and people think that we're just here to suck money out of thin air. Well, yeah, it's happening, but that's not why they created it. They had something else in mind.
Right.
And that's what's so cool.
They created it for us. They created it for people like us. You know, I mean, they created it for people like you out there. They created it for people to be able to come online and have something that they can make 100% commissions at, and have something that they can, you know, make money now, you know, within a couple of days. I mean, there's different strategies out there. There's different, you know, it depends on what your situation is. That's why when you join, you reach out to Kenny, Scott, or myself, whoever you join, and you say, hey, look, and we ask you, hey, well, what's your situation? And we talk to you and figure out what the best strategy for you is. And that's what we'll do. And that's what this community is all about, is figuring out what is going to work for you to make money. They know every way. Dave Wood and David Sharp know every single way that can work for any particular person to make money, and that's what we're learning. So now we know every single way for whatever particular person is out there that we can help them. Look, maybe it's a Facebook strategy, maybe it's some paid strategies. If you're somebody that's just sick of your job but you make good money, man, you could come in this and make money tomorrow. I mean, especially with some of the systems that we're involved in. I mean, you can come in this and throw some money at this and make money tomorrow. Make a couple $1,000s this week. You know,
right.
make $5,000 to $10,000 by the end of this month if you have money to throw at it. But if you don't have money to throw at it and you just have the money to get in, then we can teach you, you know, free strategies. I mean, that's the situation I'm in. You know, I don't have a whole bunch of money. I am doing paid advertising, but I don't have a whole bunch of money to throw in on paid advertising. I got bills and I got 3 kids and everything like this, and I'm not, you know, I'm building right now. I'm growing right now, and as soon as everything that I have, I throw that I can spare goes back into my business. Everything, you know. I mean, I could have got out of debt a couple of weeks ago, but I was saving up to get all in Empower Network. And I decided, instead of getting out of debt, to go all in with Empower Network and buy the master's course. Now I haven't made any sales of the master's course. I'm not gonna lie about that, but now I just started watching the master's course last Sunday that just passed, the Sunday that just passed. And I done made 5 sales out of different strategies that I learned in the master's course.
Yeah.
And I'm only on number, they actually got like 40-something of them, 40-something videos in there, and I'm on number 10. I mean, you know, I mean, that's the thing. They teach us what to do. Everything that we need to know what to do is inside of the system, inside of Empower Network. And then some of the things that you may not be that good at, we have systems to either teach you how to do it, or that you can just, you know, throw a couple dollars at and let them do it for you. And that's just badass too, you know. But I want to talk about the events too now. I mean, Scott's been to 3 events. Kenny went to San Diego, right? That's the only event you went to, Kenny?
Yes.
Yeah, and I went to Austin. All right. The events, if you're in Empower Network right now, that's your next purchase should be the event ticket. Your next purchase should be the event ticket to Chicago, period. Not advertising, not anything else. Your next ticket, your next purchase should be your event ticket. All right? Because what happens at these events are just unbelievable. I seen the transformation in Scott when he went to Atlanta. See what happened back in June. I went to my network marketing company's event. Scott went to Atlanta. I came back with a little bit more belief in my network marketing company. Scott came back a changed man. And I seen it in him, and I told him that. I told him that like the next couple of days, he was like, the way he talked, the way he spoke, he was a changed man. 3 weeks later, he was making $2,000 a week almost. Like for 4 weeks straight, he was calling me up. He was like, dude, I just made like $1,000. Dude, I just made like $500. And it's happening, and it's continuing to happen. That's what happens when you go to events. And then he went to San Diego. And I went to my network marketing event again. And he came out a new man again, making more money. And I came out thinking that, you know, actually out of that event, I'm not going to lie, I didn't come out with much belief at all. I came out thinking I wasted my time because I already seen the same thing 3 other times because that was my 4th event. But then I decided to meet Scott in Austin for the Empower Network event. And I was already fully focused on Empower Network at this time. But then I came out of that event a changed man. A totally changed man in 3 days. Scott came out of the event a changed man again too. And it's just, you know, it's amazing what happens at these events. It's just it's insane when 4,000 or 5,000 people that have one belief to free as many people as possible. That's the whole goal here, is to show as many people as possible in this world that there's a different way to live, there's a different way to think, there's a different way to feel. If you can feel good all the time, if you can feel good all the time, and you can, you know, just do what we, you know, do, take the action, it'll happen for you. And it'll work. It's working for everybody, you know, that's doing it and that believes in it. And so at the event, you'll get belief, but that's not all you'll get there. You'll have breakthroughs after breakthroughs. I mean, there was times that one speaker was on stage and had like 4 breakthroughs in a 20-minute speech. At the other events, they were saying, hey, I was poor, now I'm rich. Go out and sample, and you'll be rich if you're poor now. And that's all they really said. And we already knew to go sample. You know, we already knew to go do the meetings at the homes, and that's all they told us to do. At this, they talk about life. They talk about where they came from, what struggles they've been through. And the struggles connect with you. You know, your struggles, there's so many things that I was like, man, if somebody that's making that much money, if somebody that's making that much money is having these same feelings as myself, then of course I'm going to have the same feelings. So just don't worry about those feelings and just get past them, and then you're good. You know, and that's just what it is. And I mean, when Kenny went to San Diego, I really wasn't paying attention a whole bunch to Empower Network, but I still did pay attention to some of Kenny's videos when I popped on Facebook, and it was totally different. It was totally different from when before he went to San Diego to after he went to San Diego. Now, the only reason why Kenny didn't make it to Austin was because Kenny had some things going on. He had to do some, you know, take care of some really personal situations. I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe he had to end up selling his tickets. He actually had his tickets. I'm not sure. I think he told me that. Maybe it was somebody else. But whatever, Kenny's going to be in Chicago. We're all going to be in Chicago. So you come meet us in Chicago and come out a changed person. A change for the better, a change where you're going to be able to feel good every day, all day long, and happy. And if that's something that you don't want to do, then don't click the link. If you don't want to feel good and happy and have fun all the time, then don't click the link, because, I mean, hell, I mean, that's, you can, I don't want to be around you anyway.
That's right.
But if
we
that's
don't,
something
we
that
don't
sounds
need you anyway.
fun, you know, if that's something that sounds cool to you.
Yeah, we don't
But
need
if that's
you
something
anyway.
that sounds cool, you know, that you can wake up in the morning and have fun. See, I wake up every morning. Right. I wake up every morning. Every single morning I wake up. And I go in my bathroom, I brush my teeth or whatever, and I put on my favorite song and I dance. And I sing. Every morning. And I feel energized after that. I feel good after that. And then I just go about my day. What I know, well, and then I put audio in my ear and I listen to audio, and, you know, whatever else I do. But I mean, that's just something. Why not? I mean, while you're in the bathroom brushing your teeth, if you're on a little schedule like I used to be, if you're waking up early in the morning, I mean, I was on this schedule. I didn't have time to dance, but I could have put the thing on while I was brushing my teeth and, you know, getting dressed. Do something to change something up. You have to have a willingness to change things. If you want something to change in your life, you got to be willing to change things in your life. And, you know, that's the bottom line. So just click the link and let's start changing you. And if you're in Empower Network, go log into your back office and buy your ticket to Chicago. Or write it down right now. If you can't, if you don't have the money right now, don't worry about that. Write it down on a piece of paper. I will be in Chicago, and I will have this ticket within the next week.
Yeah.
All right. Just do that, and then you'll have the ticket in the next week because you set an intention, and you're going to take massive action towards it. And if you did that, and you're on my team, you contact me either tonight or tomorrow, and we will set a plan to get you your ticket within the next week. All right?
Right. Right. I love everything that you say, Christian. That it's all good stuff, man. Great stuff. I mean, it's sacred secrets. You were talking about that one night. You know, secrets that the media doesn't want you to know.
Yeah.
You know, secrets that the government doesn't want you to know. You know, talking about how to feel good and be happy. And I just love what you're talking about. I mean, it's so true. And if you don't mind, I want to tell you guys about how this event coming up, okay, is going to be my 4th event. Now, what I was told, something that always stuck in my mind, it's just always been so profound to me. Like, I said, you know what, if I can do it, then I can do it. You know, it's like one of those things where it's like, if that's true, then I'll do it. If what he's telling me is true, then I'll make it happen. So, let me kind of mute you out here, bro. So what I ended up doing, guys, is I said, okay, if I can make it to 4 events, then I'll be making $10,000 a month. 4 events, $10,000 a month. That's what our company owner, David Wood, explained to everybody. He said, guys, because David Wood grew up around Amway. I don't know if you guys know what Amway is. It's an old company. It started the home-based business industry a long time ago, and they've had over like 15 million people join that company since like back in 1972, right? And Amway, when David Wood used to go to their meetings, when he used to wander around Walmart and Target and shopping malls and all that stuff, and his dad used to work with Amway, and his brother worked in Amway, and he used to go to these massive meetings, these meetings of like 30,000 people type events, guys, okay? Where like one room is over here and the other room is over here, like 2 events going on side by side. So David Wood knew in his head that it's so powerful to get to the events because they did an activity, I guess you can say. They did like you know, they got people to participate with something. They said, okay, now everybody in the room stand up if you're making more than like $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month, right? And they said, okay, now everybody in the room that's standing, sit down if you've made it to, you know, like 1 event. You know what I mean? And nobody sat down. Okay, now everybody that's standing, that's made over, you know, $10,000 or $20,000 a month, that's standing, sit down if you've made it to 2 events. So basically, everybody in the room that was standing up made it to all the events. That's just what they did. They made it to all the events, and they were making the most money. And everybody that wasn't making any money didn't go to the events. And there's something to be said about that now that I've been around the industry now for 2 years, which is, guys, we all lack a belief. We all lack, you know, there's nothing that you could do. There's no video, there's no audio that can download into your brain that a 2-day event can do, of people sharing their stories, of people sharing you wisdom that has been passed down in their life that is totally just going to resonate and just marinate in your mind as you're watching this, just like a hot knife cuts through warm butter. You know, you're just going to feel that sensation of, you know what he just said is exactly what I've been looking for. I needed to hear that. Just like Christian, he said just one speaker alone gave him like 4 four nuggets, you know, stuff that he needed to hear this. He needed to know that these voices in his head is what this 7-figure earner is going through as well. And it totally made sense with him. So guys, get to the events. You know, there's really no excuses. I mean, if you live in Australia and you're like 24-hour flight, there's still no excuse. I was actually hanging out with like over a dozen people from Australia at our last event in Austin, Texas. It's the truth.
Oh, nice.
People fly all over the world to get there.
Yep.
This is a worldwide global thing. And, you know, who doesn't want to meet us in person? You know, do you really feel like hiding behind your computer and working over the weekend is going to do you better than being there? I mean, that doesn't make any sense because all the top earners go to the events. So just like what Christian said, thank you for telling these people the call to action is get your $25 blog, get the Facebook cash method, okay, get the method, get the blog, and get your ticket. And see yourself there. Vision yourself there. Close your eyes and vision yourself shaking Christian's hand, shaking my hand, talking to Kenny. Vision yourself talking to David Wood, the genius behind this whole movement. It's a movement, guys. It's there's no words for it. It's something big, guys. I mean, I have a feeling that people like Tony Robbins are going to be joining Empower Network. I have a feeling like every top earner in every company is going to be joining us. Like all the CEOs and the Fortune 500 companies. I mean, this thing is going to be a wealth bucket, a bucket of wealth. Like, so much money is going to be made with what we're doing here, guys, because we're teaching people the most valuable thing on earth, which is learning how to become a better you. You know, learning how to really become yourself, you know, step into your greatness, and learning how to market yourself. Wow. Market yourself. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, man, if you guys know how to market yourself, there's some things that you can do in the morning and then take the rest of the day off. Ain't that the truth? Huh, Christian? I mean, you're not a technical savvy guru, but you know how to market. And that's something that you told me that just really made sense with me. It's like, look, if Christian can do it, then you can do it. Because this guy don't know a whole lot, but he knows the simple things on how to market.
No. Yeah, I'm definitely not technical. Definitely not a technical guy. I don't know how to do much of anything when it comes to the computer side of it. The whole reason why I joined Empower Network was because for 8 weeks I was trying to build a blog on another system that I was in that wasn't put together for me. And every time I'd preview it, it looked like I wanted it to look, which was pretty crappy in itself. And then, you know, I'd publish it, and then it would really look crappy. It would look more than crappy, you know. It looked terrible. Like I had no idea what I was doing. And I reached out to actually Desmond, my sponsor, the guy Kenny was talking about earlier, and he said, Christian, just pay $25 for a blog. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. You never heard of Empower Network? I said, well, yeah, I heard of them, but I didn't know it was a blog. He said, yeah, you get a blog like right away. I said, okay, cool. Well, I've been trying to write on my blog for the last 3 weeks, so I got about 3 weeks of content to write on this blog. What do I got to do? He said, well, I'm going to send you the link. I said, okay, cool. So he sent me the link. I got in, and within 5 minutes, I was blogging. 5 minutes. And that was just because I had the only reason why it was 5 minutes is because I had to call Scott to see how to put my picture on the top of the blog. Because I already knew Scott was in Empower. So I had to call him and say, dude, I can't get my picture on top of the blog, and it takes about 1.5 minutes to do. I can do it now, but I couldn't do it then. So, you know, I can teach you how to do that. But as far as, you know, technical stuff, I'm not a real technical guy. I just know how to shoot a video. I know how to follow training. I know how to be teachable and coachable. And I also know that the techie stuff won't make me money. You know, David Sharp always says that he can make more money than most people with 3 things: a capture page, a sales page, and an autoresponder. Period. That's all you really need. And you get all of that inside of Empower Network. I mean, you get it all. We give it to you. You know, I mean, so you don't have to build none of it or nothing. You'll join Power Network. You'll have a capture page. You'll have a blog. You'll have a sales page by the two best in the industry of making capture pages and doing sales pages. I mean, come on. I mean, what else do you need? That's the thing. You're not going to have to figure out anything. There's going to be some things you got to figure out how to get people to the site, which will help you with that. But you're not going to have to figure out any technical stuff. It's all taken care of for you. So don't worry about that. If that's something you're worried about, don't worry about that. Because, I mean, David Wood said actually last night when I was watching the Masters Retreat, he said the same thing. Like he didn't realize in the beginning. He was trying to build the blog. It took him 4 weeks. Then he found out he could pay $50. This was way before Empower Network, but he found out he could pay somebody $50 to build him a blog. And so he got somebody to build him his blog. You know? I mean, this is David Wood who makes like $10,000, $15,000 a day. And he don't know how to put together websites. He don't know how to build blogs. But he writes on them, and he markets on them, and he markets them, and he makes tons of money. You know? And that's all you got to do. So click the link and do it now. And come back and write in the comments that you got in, and we're going to holler at you.
Right. So Kenny, what's woo?
What's up, Scott?
What up, bro? Come out here and let's dish it out, dude. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
like this is awesome, dude. Like you got so
Yeah.
much value to offer. How long you been marketing online now, or been in the
I've been
industry?
marketing online for a little over a year now.
A little over a year, okay. And you don't see yourself ever quitting on yourself, do you? You never,
Never,
huh?
I'm addicted. I can't. That's funny, but
Oh, I agree.
once you get that email and you're like, congratulations, you just earned a whatever commission, you're addicted, man. To me, I mean, I love that feeling when I could just look at my phone, just look at my phone and be like, oh wow, another sale, awesome. I love it, man. I can't argue with anything. I can't argue with it. I love it.
Dude,
And
that
most
is
of the
so
time,
true.
most of the time, those emails come when you're not even working on, when you're not working on your business.
Yeah.
That's
You're
the best
just
part.
going
The
with your
emails come when you're not
family.
working on the business. You know?
Exactly.
Hey, you want to know the best part? Okay, is when you guys are gonna love this, bro. Is when all of a sudden you get an email, and you hear the beep or you hear the buzz, right? And then you put it back in your pocket. You don't even bother looking at it because you're in the middle of something.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn it, man! 15 minutes ago I got this, but I didn't even look because I was too busy. But you know what I mean? Like you're out to dinner and you don't even bother looking. You're like, okay, yeah, I'll just check it later. And all of a sudden you're leaving the place and you're like, your jaw drops and you're like, dang.
Love it.
Yeah, it's usually how it happens, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but I've had struggles too, man. I'm just letting you know right now. But it's easy. I mean, you just have to have someone show you, and me, Christian, and Scott will be someone that could show you how to do this the right way, so you can avoid the struggles and the pitfalls, and you could be successful. And the Power Network pretty much shows you how to do all that. You just got to follow step-by-step instructions, all the videos, and get all in, because all the products show you how to be a badass at internet marketing. Pretty much. And I love it, man.
That's great. That's great. So your breakthrough is right around the corner. That's
no,
what
his
it's all about.
breakthrough is now. It's not.
I've had it before, man.
It's
I
now.
just had one.
Yeah. All our breakthroughs are now.
Yeah.
I was talking about the viewers, like your breakthrough.
Oh yeah. You guys.
Yeah, like
your breakthrough is now too. If you go and click that link right now,
right,
you had a breakthrough, because now you're building your business. Now you're building your family's empire. Now you're building something that you're going to be able to leave to your kids instead of wondering if you're going to have any money to leave to your kids. I always used to worry about that. I always used to worry about that. Will I have anything to leave to my kids? Will I be able to help my kids out? Like my dad and my mom's helped me out through the years when I needed help. You know, I always worried about that. Now, I mean, it's not a question, you know. But, I mean, we've been going on for almost an hour and 15 minutes, Scott. You want to wrap it up? You got some more stuff to highlight these people about, bro.
I think we should drop some massive value, bro, and I'm really going to look to you towards something like this. Um, I want to talk about how we can help these people with having that gratitude. Like, remember all that synergy and all those people that were looking at you after you made that one video, bro, about how you were grateful for the people that were in your life. Like, you're grateful for one of your mentors. You're grateful for your mom and dad. You're grateful for, David Sharp, David Wood. You know, you're grateful for all your friendships that have been in the past, the present, and the future. You know what I mean? And think about, you created something that, I remember that night when you did it, like, I knew something great was going to come out of it. And basically what you were doing is you were telling the universe that it doesn't matter what comes your way, you're still grateful for everything that has already happened. So what was going through your mind? Like, how can you tell the viewers to put something like that together? Maybe even if they haven't made any money online, or maybe they're already in Empower Network, how can you really give them some pointers and putting together a video like Kenny, you talked about earlier, like, some people aren't comfortable in videos, even though that they know that YouTube is one of the biggest and baddest tools to market themselves, but they're still like, yeah, I know I need that, I know I need it, but I'll just kind of let it sit over there until I get to it. I think we just lost Kenny. He'll come back.
Yeah.
But basically what you're telling yourself is you're fearing the fact that videos are going to be one of the most profitable ways to market yourself. You're fearing it. You're scared of it. And we don't want you to feel that way, because when you step into that fear is when you create that destiny. You create that future for you. You create that legacy for your family, like what Christian just said. That's what you're really doing. You're creating that legacy by stepping into your fear. Because it's like this. I'll give this analogy real quick before I get over to Christian. It's like two speakers are getting ready to get on stage and speak. Both of them are sweating bullets. Both of them are their palms are sweaty, and they're just kind of like, they're nervous. They're not public speakers. They're not really good at it, but they're getting ready to get on stage in front of 4,000 people. And one of them says to the other person, says, "Man, I'm scared. I'm nervous. I don't think I'm going to do well." And the other person says, "Yeah, I'm nervous too, and I am scared. But you know what that tells me? It tells me that I'm ready. It tells me that I'm born for this. It tells me that this is the best. It tells me that, hey, I'm ready to go. Like, all the feelings and signs that I'm getting right now means that I'm gonna go pump the belief into these people. I'm gonna go give it to them. I'm not gonna go on stage and be a wimp about it and try to fight. Try to back down. I'm gonna go let it happen. I'm gonna go unleash this greatness inside. I'm gonna go release my inner badass. I don't care what I have to say. If I was addicted to drugs or homeless, or if I didn't, even if you tell them your worst things that you've gone through, you just tell them. Maybe you've had a relationship in your past that you're still hurt over. Okay, it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to. Because as you're vulnerable and you're sharing it with people, people are attached to that. People feel it connected. Because they're like, that guy is human. That guy's real. He's telling people stuff that I couldn't do, so they look up to you as a leader. They're like, dang, he's doing something I couldn't do, man. This guy's a leader, And you're giving them power to want to do that too. You're giving them power to say, hey, it's okay. It's actually a good thing to let it out. So, Christian, you do really well at being grateful for stuff, just having that gratitude, bro. There's something about you to say something about that.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you got to have gratitude for everything that's happening in your life right now, period. I mean, if you're not happy, if you're not thankful for, what is in your life right now, then figure out something that you are thankful for, that you are grateful for. I mean, if you got kids, you should be grateful for them. If you have faith, you should be grateful for your faith. If you have a job, you should be grateful for your job. I don't care how crappy it is or how good it is. You should be grateful for it, because that's paying the bills. I mean, we're not telling you to go quit your job right now and join Empower Network. We're telling you to join Empower Network and let us help you quit your job. You know, but you gotta just be grateful for everything that's possibly grateful in your life. And even if you don't think you got anything grateful, if you sat down and really thought about it and tried to write down everything that you were grateful for, you would surprise yourself. You know, even if you got a crappy car in the driveway, and I'm telling you, I don't have the greatest cars in the world yet, you know, but I'm happy for them because it gets me from A to B. I'm grateful that I got a vehicle and I don't have to walk on my feet to go everywhere in the world. You know, you just got to be grateful for everything. You got to be grateful for your friendships, for your mom and dad, and you should say it all the time. I mean, you should say it at least once a day, you know. What's up, Kenny? I'm grateful for Kenny, see? I'm grateful that Kenny's back, you know. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you just got to be grateful for everything, and the more things that you are grateful for, you will attract more things into your life that you'll be grateful about, you know. And it's just the truth. When I started really doing this, like practicing it, I've heard it for a long time. I heard it for 2 years. But when I started actually practicing it about 3 months ago, almost every day it seemed like something else, you know, came into my life that made me more happy. You know, I mean, it's just crazy, you know. There's things that's happening in my life right now that are just, you know, a lot of people think that it shouldn't be happening, but they are. But it's because the way I'm thinking, the way I'm grateful, and, you know, different things like this. And it's just something that you need to do. I mean, why not be happy and thankful and grateful for whatever you have? Because if you're not, then you're miserable. And that's a you know, that's a terrible life, you know, to be miserable all the time. I mean, to tell you the truth, you know, even before, when I was, you know, before I got, you know, on the internet and all that, and I was still in the job, I might have been miserable at my job, but for the most part, I mean, after I left my job, I was a happy guy. I was a pretty positive guy. There was things I was negative about, but there was a lot of things that I was just, you know, I loved coming home to my kids. I loved it, you know. I hated the fact that it was a little later than it was, but I loved coming home to my kids. I loved, you know, they would call me when they got home from school. They'd call me when they got home from work. I'd call them before they went to school. You know, I was grateful for all that. You know, you just got to find little things to be grateful for, and then say it, though. You should say it out loud every day. You might even want to write it down, but you just say it out loud what you're grateful for. Every day, just list what you're grateful for out loud, and it'll be, you know, a lot more things to be grateful about will happen in your life. And that's just the bottom line. You know, that's what happens. You know.
Yeah, yeah, and you that's one of your strong points, Christian, is just coming up and being creative in that sense. You know, we always tend to try to think about what the people need to hear when you're thinking about what you want to, you know, but what's going on in your heart. You know, like if you tell people what's going on in your heart and you share that in a video, that's the best thing to share. And that's why a lot of companies are struggling right now. A lot of people are struggling is because all they're trying to think about is how to say the right thing to the right people, when that's not how you do it. You just share what's on your heart. You share what's on your mind. You let it out there. You give it to them. You know, you don't try to hold it back and try to say, you know, try to control yourself. You want to let it out and let the creativity flow like fine wine. You know, just give it to them. And that's why Christian, he comes up with these creative, you know, videos talking about how grateful he is, talking about how he's thankful for his past mentors. Even though he might not be in business with them today, he's hoping that they have an amazing, you know, business venture somewhere down along the lines again, you know. So, and what it did is it attracted a lot of people to him, because what they saw, they said, look, Christian isn't here just to sell his business. He's here to actually to grow and thank people. Like I know, it's basically, you don't see videos like that. You just don't see it, and that's why it was exciting to see Christian get a lot of sales from putting something like that together. You know, people were hunting him down. It was really cool. Like people were like, Christian, I haven't connected with you in so long. I saw that video. I want to join you. Like, dude, what's up? Come over, you know. Let's talk, you know. So
I mean, and then you said something about videos, making videos. I mean, it was kind of funny. A little while ago, I actually clicked on something inside of my computer on accident, and it brought up a video from like the first 2 weeks that I was making videos. It was actually a slideshow, like Kenny was saying. Kenny's got some goggles on, but it was a slideshow video where you couldn't see me, and it was okay, I guess. But I tell people this, and I truly believe this. If you make a video and you sound like, hey, I'm Christian and I just made a sale in Empower Network, I made my first $25, or I just got 10 leads today, and you know, if you want to know how to, if you out there and you're struggling and you want to know how to make money online, you know, just click the link below and get in. I believe that might even be a more powerful video. If you can get people to watch it, that's a more powerful video than some of the videos that I do, because some people don't believe that they can do what I do, but they know that they can do that. You know, they know that they can put a camera on and say, hey, I'm this, you know, I'm whoever. And that's the thing. And then, you know, you'll get better over time. And you just keep doing it and you'll get better over time. And then you'll be able to do videos like Scott Rayleigh, the master of doing videos. You know, I mean, you'll be able to do videos like him, you know, and that's just the thing. These dudes are having fun over here with pirate eyes and everything else.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to do that. I wouldn't even be able to try to even figure that out.
no, your computer would probably break down.
Yeah. Well, not my computer. My internet would probably break down. The computer's all right. I think it's the internet connection. They got it. It's shady around here. Actually, my mother-in-law, you know, remember I was telling you that she has the same service, but it's good? She's starting to have, her service is all messed up now.
Wow.
Oh, man. It's something else around here. I can't do anything like I should be able to. Hopefully, they're running some tests. They're running a week-long test to see how many times that it shuts down. And they called me the other day. They said it shut down 8 times in one day, but came right back on. Right. I was like, well, yeah, you see, you're finally figuring out that there's something wrong.
Right.
But whatever. That's here nor there. But listen, do what you do. Have some fun. Click the link. Join one of us. And let us bring you to the promised land.
Right.
Where you can eventually, I mean, just think, dude. You can think. You can start believing and having this dream of, in 1 year from today, on March 15th, 2014, I had to look down at the date because I don't even keep up with the dates anymore. But on March 15th, 2014, you're putting in your 2-week notice. Or that's your last day of work. Instead of 40 years from now or 28 years from now or whatever, however long it might be, or maybe forever, because they might not even have, I don't know many people, myself, that have a retirement plan, period, unless they got it on their own. But, you know, I mean, it's just, you know, why not go after something? Have something to start believing in again. You know, something that you can look forward to. Like Scott said, you can look forward to getting home and telling your family, look, for 2 hours when I get home, I'm going to get on the computer and I'm going to change our lives.
Right.
And they'll respect that. But you got to tell them that, though. You can't just start doing it. You got to tell them. You got to let them know what you're about to do, because they might wonder if daddy or mommy, what they do, why they going, you know, in the office or in the room. I mean, I do it out my bedroom. You know, why are you going in the room all the time on a computer? But if you let them know, they'll understand. Right. And you let them know what you're going after and why you're doing it, they'll understand. You know, and then you'll be able to reward them in the end.
No, yeah, bro. That's right. And you, Christian, out of all people, like, this is going to blow everybody out of the water, because everybody thinks that Christian is a pro and a natural in front of videos. And before he went to the event in Austin, Texas and met me, he didn't allow his kids and his children to really watch him do his videos. Not like he was saying anything that they don't need to hear. Not like it was anything like bad. It was just the fact that he didn't feel comfortable. They knew that what he was doing was trying to help them build a future. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, remember in Austin, me and you did videos in Austin, but as far as me wanting to do videos with other people, I didn't want to do them, remember? I was like, dude, I don't want to do that. You go ahead and do that. I'll chill over here.
No, I know. and I knew deep down that you were going to be a pro in the videos. You were natural. You were looking at me doing the video, and you're like, dude, I can do better than this guy. Let me get in there. You know, that's what you're thinking. You're like, dude, I got this. You know what I mean? Because you are, bro. I mean, dude, this is going to blow everybody out of the water. The actual company owner of Empower Network contacted Christian and said, bro, keep up the videos. You're doing amazing. He actually sent him a personal video. He said, Christian, here's the video. He said, Christian, you got to believe in everything that you do. You know, man, I believe in you, bro. I've seen your videos. I've seen where you come from. I remember that video you did 7 months ago, you know, when you just left your construction job. And there's something about you, bro. You've had transformations. There's some things going on right now in your life that are monumental, bro. You keep doing what you're doing. You keep focused, and I'll bring you to the top. I'll do, you know what I mean? And just keep me in the loop. It blew me out of the water. It blew Christian out of the water when this happened. This was like less than a month ago he got a personal message. And if Christian wasn't focused, if he was all over the place trying to grow this business over here and grow this over here and not just grow Empower Network, he would have been unfocused. He wouldn't have got a message like that. And so that's why, you know, really anchoring in that you can do this is the most important thing of all. Because most people, guys, this is how it happens. It's like you get in this deal over here, right? And then you get in this deal over here. And you're like, okay, I'm going to work whatever one pays off. I'm going to believe in this one because it's paying me more money. Or I'm going to believe, when you guys just need to focus on that one thing and believe in it with all your heart, mind, and soul and go after it. Do it, you know? And even if you're not getting results, you still need to believe that you are going to get results, or you are visualize it. You know, visualization. You know, that's something that I learned the last 2 years. You know, if you don't see yourself making it to Chicago in April, visualize it. See yourself there. See yourself shaking David Wood's hand. See yourself giving Christian a hug. You know what I mean? And that's, you'll be there. If you visualize it, you believe in it. Like I won that TV, and you know, on that fisherman's retreat, I believed in it. So guys, it's important. So Kenny, bro, I know you've been in and out. We better get some words out of you before you get kicked off again. And Christian, thanks for sharing that, bro. That was amazing. That was freaking awesome, top-notch stuff. Do you want to share anything real quick, Christian, about the company owner sending you a message?
Well, I mean, it was something that I never, you know, I actually believed it was going to happen, but it was an intention that I set, and I wanted to catch their attention, you know, before the Chicago event. I didn't think it was going to happen that quick. It actually happened the day after I made that that video you was talking about a little while ago about being grateful. And actually about 6 hours after that, because me and you was on Skype when I made that video, I think. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he sent me a message at like 10 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, when David Sharp sent me that message, I couldn't, it still gives me chills. I watch it every day. You know, I mean, it just pumps me up every morning, right? I actually, right after I do my dance, I watch that video, you know, and I just know that I'm doing the right thing, you know, and it makes me, you know, that's the thing. You no matter what you're doing the right thing as long as you're doing something. If you're just sitting around watching training and you're not doing anything, you know, that's you gotta take action. You gotta take action on what you're learning. But you know, I just know that whoever joins one of us is gonna make it to the top as long as you put in the work. And it's not a whole bunch of work. And you know, right now I'm on a 6-month push to do whatever it takes to get my family so financially free, and there's a lot of other things that I want to do in the fall for a couple of people that you know, that's why I'm on this push. But my focus is, come July, I'm going to be down to a 2 or 3 hour work day. You know, so right now I might be working 10 hours a day. I mean, today I didn't, but you know, for the most part, I might be working 10 hours a day, sometimes even 15 or 16 hours a day. But after that, you know, I'm focused on a 2 hour work day, 2-3 hour work day. Now, who out there wouldn't go on a 6 month, you know, I know people that go on go away for 6 months and work 24 hours a day offshore and things like this. I mean, I'm just on a push sitting in my bedroom or I'm at my kitchen table, you know, or running around town making videos or something. I mean, it's nothing, it's not hard. It's just, I mean, it's fun. I have a blast doing it. I got to make myself go to sleep at night, but I know it's coming, you know, and that's all you got to do is you got to know what's here, what's happening right now. Even if you haven't made a dime yet, you got to know you're making money. You got to feel that you're making money, because what you're doing by writing them blogs and by putting them videos out and things like that, you're producing things that are going to make you money. Eventually, they're going to make you money. So right now, you're making money. Even though you might not have got that email that says you just made a $25 sale, while you're making the video, you're making money. While you're writing that blog, you're making money. While you're doing the Facebook connectors or implementing the Facebook cash method, you're making money because you're making relationships. You're making stuff that's going to make you money maybe next week, maybe tomorrow, maybe today. Nobody can predict that. But that's what we do here. You know, we just take massive action and go after our dreams and have a great time doing it and make friends. You know, I'm in Louisiana, made friends. Scott's one of my best friends out in California. I seen him for 3 days, was in person with him for 3 days one time. And then Kenny, I haven't even met him in person, but me and him are real good friends. He lives in Denver. I know I'm going to be visiting him soon because I want to go to a Denver game. I want to go to a Broncos game for sure. But I think we about to get Doomerville, so sorry, Kenny. Y'all just let Doomerville go for some unknown reason. But
I know. I was like, what?
Saints are after him. Yeah, the Saints are after him, though. But whatever. Yeah, I was surprised too. But whatever. It's time to take action. It's time to start making friends all across the world. And it's time to better yours and your family's life. What would it feel like in 3 years or 2 years down the road to be able to retire your dad? You know, I mean, in a year and a half, I got to go for a year and a half to be able to retire my dad. My dad thinks I'm silly because I tell him. He thinks, he's like, man, I'm going to be making $100,000 a month. Why can't I retire you? You know? I mean, that's what I know. That's what's happening to everybody in Empower Network that works their ass off. That's what I know is going to happen, you know. And so that's the thing, you know. That's the type of dreams that I have. My dreams are for other people. I mean, I don't really even, you know. Yeah, it's going to be cool to drive around in a nice car, and it's going to be cool to have, you know, whatever. But when I get to do whatever I want for my kids, or I get to do for my parents, or I get to go and leave fat tips, like $1,000 tips at restaurants. I mean, that's what I look forward to. Right. I mean, that's really what I look forward to. You know, I've never been able to do that. I've always given good tips. I've always given actually more than the norm in tips. But I want to make somebody be able to say, holy you know, this dude just left me $1,000. What? You know, I want to give other people $1,000 days. You know, and that's just the thing, man. I mean, that's what this will allow you to do, and you might think I'm nuts for that. But the crazy part about that is I'm going to give that $1,000 a day, and the next day I'll probably make $5,000 because that's what happens. You know, the more money that you give away, the more money you receive. You know, and it just happens like that, and that's, you know, I don't know. Just
Bro,
get in.
I'm getting so fired up right now, dude. What you just said, retiring my
I know,
dad.
I'm dropping, dude. We're dropping too many. We're dropping too many nuggets, dude.
Dropping too many gems.
We're giving away too much stuff, man.
Well, dude, what you're doing is you're telling the people that you're big. I mean, your dream is big enough to fit theirs in it. You've thought about this so long, for so, and it's been weighing so heavy on your heart that you can't wait for your dad to say, son, you just really made $100,000 this month? And you say, Dad, I've been telling you this all along. Where have you been? And he's gonna say, okay, well, I'd like to go on vacation to the Bahamas. You're gonna say, Dad, we're going tomorrow. Pack your bags. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
You know,
I mean, that's just the thing. I mean, that's just gonna be so beautiful. The day I'm able to do that is just gonna be awesome, man. You know, I mean, I don't know. It's just my dad's actually. I was talking to him the other day. He actually has like one of the best jobs that I know of somebody to have. He don't make a whole bunch of money, but he makes enough money to live comfortably and save some money and things like this. But I mean, he has a job that where, I mean, he's free to do. I mean, he's always coached sports ever since I was 7 years old. He's coached sports till this day. And a lot of times, you know, you got to go to the practice at 3 o'clock. And he was always able to do that. He was able to go to the game. And I mean, he's got a job that's very, very, he's able to do different things and work his schedule in ways to where he works more one day and able to do things that he wants to do the next day and stuff like this. And
that's great.
You know, I mean, that's something that he, you know, I've always thought was awesome with him. But, you know, when I'm able to get him, so it isn't going to be like a total relief to him where, but he does so many other things. He's a deacon in the church. He's a coach, as I said. And, you know, that him not having to do that will take so much stress or, you know, pressure out of his life from running around all over the place all the time. So, you know, I mean, that's just something I look forward to. I look forward to it a lot. And the other thing is I know he's going to be able to touch so many more people when he's not working because that's all he does. That's where I learned, you know, from, you know, I guess my wanting to give and, you know, help people and everything like that. I mean, I learned it from him because that's what he does all the time.
It's all about setting that example, you know, and a lot of people probably on this hangout right now probably think we're freaking crazy, and you know we are crazy because we're dreamers, and dreamers are crazy. We're crazy enough to dream, and there's one thing that I think that a lot of people might miss, which is there is countless stories and countless leaders that are making $100,000 a month right now that are making 7 figures this year that have already done what we want to do. They have already opened our minds and made our vision so big where we see this broad scale on some of the things that we want to do. Like, it's huge, right? And we couldn't be telling you this if we didn't know someone has already conquered it. Someone has already gotten there, right? They're already saying, Scott, Christian, take my hand. Let's go. Let's do this. You can do it. You can retire your dad. I've done it. You can do it. Just like Christian's dad, you know, has instilled in Christian to give, you know, tip big. You know, the other day Christian got a pizza and like a drink and some stuff. It was like $8, and he gave the lady $10 or something for a tip. You know, more than he paid for the food itself. So guys, if it wasn't for his dad setting that example, he wouldn't have that belief. If it wasn't for the example that's been set in Empower Network for Toby and Layla that retired their parents, you know, and there's countless others that I could keep going on, like Lawrence Tam and his wife retiring her parents, and you know, he says that his he pays even for her gambling money, his mom. It's funny. It's so funny because it's like crazy. So what we want to do here is we want to set the example for you and say, look, guys, we're dreamers, and it's so big we can fit yours in it. And how cool is it, guys, is to actually like just be going throughout your day and start believing in stuff that actually comes true. I know one day he's going to make $100,000 in a month. Christian's going to do it. He believed in it. I don't know. He doesn't know how he's going to do it. He's just going to do it. You know what I mean? He believes in it.
You got to believe. That's it. That's all you got to do.
So Kenny, bro, why don't you top this out a little bit? We'll jump on out of here and go enjoy the night, brother.
Awesome. I just want to say to everybody that it doesn't really take somebody that's all techie and all that. And with Empower Network, you could get a blog and you could be blogging like Christian said within 5 minutes. You could get yourself out there. You can let people know about your life, about you, your vision, your goals, whatever you want to do in life. And one of the big things is I want to touch base on is what are you going to do to give back? How are you going to give back to either your community, your church, your orphanage you want to support, whatever you want to do. Just, I encourage people to make a blessing list, write it down, just write down all the names you're going to bless people with. You know, you're going to give your money away to some of, you know, help out, you know, whatever if they're struggling, you know, because I believe in giving to receive, you know. So we're actually giving in Empower Network to receive because we give value all the time because of all the good training that we have, what we listen to, what we apply. You could just see what we're doing out there. It works. And I just want to let everyone know that if you get with Scott or me or Christian, we've been through this for a while, and we'll show you, we'll walk you through everything, and we'll show you how to be successful because we've been through everything and we know what works. So just click the link below and you will not be disappointed.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks
because
for
I just want to let everyone else know also is that a lot of people out there, they struggle, and a lot of them don't have someone to walk them through and show them what to do. And actually, Empower Network's pretty much automated. It shows you everything to do step by step, and you will get everything that you need, all the secrets, all the solo ad vendors, everything you need to advertise, to create your online presence, anything. You'll have everything with Empower Network. And with Facebook Cash Method added onto the training, you're set. Well, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
It works. It works, guaranteed.
Yeah.
We're all getting breakthroughs, and it doesn't really take that much. I barely went through the first module in the Facebook Cash Method, and I started applying what I learned, and that same night I got sales. I guarantee you I got sales, and then as the week went by, I went on to get at least 27 sales just with that method alone, and that's not just with Empower Network. That's with everything else I was doing. So, I mean, this stuff works, guys. You got to believe, though. You got to have the right mental state. You have to have the right mind state. You have to develop a positive mental attitude. You have to apply massive action, because faith without action is dead, guys. It's all dead. You just got to believe in what you do, believe in the people that are sponsoring you, believe in the system, believe in the leaders, believe in the creators of the whole system, whatever you're involved with, and you will succeed beyond belief. Just dream big, fulfill your dreams, and believe, and you will succeed.
Totally agreed. Totally agreed. And
Yeah.
I wanted to just throw something just real quick, and then we're gonna end this thing. Somebody asked me today, what will I blog about? You blog about anything, anything. You know, the first blog about yourself and your life. The next blog, if you don't want to blog about Empower Network or whatever, blog about your favorite TV show. The next blog about your favorite sports team. The next blog, maybe blog about something you heard in Empower Network. You know, we'll give you things to blog. We'll give you things to blog about besides any. I mean, you can blog about anything, anything that'll get picked up on the search engines. You can blog about. And I mean, really, you can blog about the dog that barks too loud in the neighbor's next door in the next yard, and you know, make it funny and get a lot of people to it, and they'll buy. You know, I mean, you can blog about anything, just make it entertaining, and people will like it and they'll buy. And
Yeah.
or make a video about anything. I mean, there's a lot of my videos I just talk about nothing, and people like them and they buy.
A good way to do it is just blogging. Just do a video and just write out what your video was about, or just current events, whatever's hot right now. You know, something about Facebook or something on Yahoo News or anything.
Yep.
I mean, it's easy.
Yeah, it's really easy. So, I mean, that's what I wanted to say. So listen, just do it now. Click the link, get in, or go and get your Chicago ticket, or at least write it down that you're going to get it next week. And that's it. That's it. So I'm out. I think that's enough. You ready to get out, Scott? What you got left to say, Scott?
Man, I just want to say, guys, you have just blown my mind tonight because this is probably one of the best hangouts we've done. I know it is. I feel it already, and we've already gotten amazing comments already just telling us that we're strong, we're passionate, and it's true, guys. It just rubs off, and it just all starts with that example that was set before us so we can step in those footsteps. And what's really nice about it is that we just went through the jungle. We just hacked through the crap, right? And now you can step in our footsteps and come right behind us because, look, we're not on the top of the mountain yet. We're almost there. Like, we're getting there, right? So this is a perfect time to join the movement and get connected with either of these guys right here or myself so we can pull you up with us. So you can ride along our coattails, as I like to say. And that's the best way of doing it, you know? You wouldn't want to join someone or get involved with someone who is trying to figure it out while you're trying to figure it out. You want someone that's already living that type of lifestyle that you want to live right now. Like, maybe you're trying to retire your spouse. You know, maybe you're trying to spend more time with your kids and you're looking for something that's not going to take up a lot of your time but actually make you a lot of money. And see, so these are things that we want to just give to you. We don't want to sell you. There's nothing to sell. There's nothing to convince. We want to give you this, guys. We just want to hand it over on a silver platter, like a sushi platter, and say, look, all you can eat buffet. You know, you don't even need to come back and, you know what I mean? It's all you can eat, all the training, all the systems, all the tools, and it's 100% commissions. So it's not like you're going to sell a product and make little tiny commissions and then wonder to yourself, is this really, can I really do this? Like, are these guys just selling a nightmare, or is it really a dream? Like, you know what I mean? These are things that you might question yourself on, but guys, this is it. This is the only business. This is the business. There's no other business. Like, when you talk about business, this is the business. There's nothing else out there that compares to what we're doing here. We are changing lives. We are taking people that are newbies. Like, newbies are sponsoring newbies. And newbies are sponsoring newbies. And all of a sudden, 3 levels down, there's 3 newbies who are plugging into the system, plugging into David Wood, plugging into Christian Supreme, that are all getting the same training, the same marketing advice. That's taking us all to a whole new level. And then we go to the events. We just pack up our bags and we go to the events. No questions asked. There's nothing to, even if you're in Australia, you know, you just go. You just, doesn't matter. And it's something that you guys don't want to miss. You know, there's nothing that we can give to you that can change your life like an event. So you just go. You know what I mean? There's nothing else to do but to get to it. You know, it's like, it's crazy. And a lot of people are going to stand on the sidelines. They're gonna hate us just because we're making easy money, $1,000 days, $3,000 days. They're gonna hate on us. But Christian, what do you know that you've learned being in business now the last year? If you don't have what, you ain't doing what?
You don't have belief?
No. If you don't,
That's what.
if you don't have what, you ain't doing it right. Come on, you got this one, bro. I know you do.
Oh, if you don't have haters. If you don't have haters, you ain't doing something right.
Right.
Hey, I just
Yeah, if
heard
you don't
that,
have haters.
by the way. Yeah, I agree totally.
Yeah. If you don't have haters, you're not doing something right. And, I mean, I got a lot of haters. I'm not going to lie. I do. I got a lot of haters. I got people that call me on the phone and everything else. Look, one more thing I wanted to say, too. If somebody else on one of our teams sent you to this hangout, go back to their email or their Facebook note or whatever and click their links and get in. Look, I know I had my team promoting the hangout, and I think I said it earlier, but if I didn't, you know, if somebody else on one of our teams sent you to this hangout, go back to their email and click the link. But I think that's it, bro. We almost at 2 hours, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Woo! Y'all have a great night.
Yeah.
God bless. You got some music to end it out, Scott, or what?
Dude, I always got music, bro.
Well, hook it up, Scott. Hook it up, man.
All right.
The final countdown. No, I was playing.
All right, here we go.
Y'all have a great night.
Everybody have a great night. Yeah.
This ain't a song for the broken hearted.
Yeah.
All right, cut that off. He's breaking in and out, bro.
It's my life, it's now or never. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna live. It's my life, it's not gonna
Cut it off, bro. Are we still on air?
Yeah, we still on there.
Y'all have a good night.